All right, Sag. We're going to do your monthly message, but this is going to be a timeless read, okay? It's going to be timeless because not all Sages are on the same timelines, all right? And this message that is coming out could be beneficial for a Sag that will need it like later on if they're not going through something right now, okay? Also, if it does resonate, please let me know in the comments or like and subscribe. And also, if you hear some crunching, just know that it's possibly one of the cats in the background eating their food. Because at first, Kanan was eating his food, so there was a bunch of crunching in the background. Okay, he took a break. Beneath the Surface is your first oracle card from the Inner Worlds deck. Subconscious exploration, hidden emotions, intuitive awareness, inner currents, calm observation, non-judgmental presence, surfacing insights. Just below the busy surface, a world of fluid feeling and intuition flows. Dive gently. Quiet wonders awaits your gaze. Okay, so the beneath the surface is coming out because some of you might be going in a direction where the Most High, somebody here is really connected to the Most High and the archangels in some type of way. Okay, you might be an earth angel, possibly. Somebody here is really gifted. Okay. Beneath the Surface is coming out because you may possibly, the Most High is shifting you in a way where it's like it's a personal transformation. It is a serious transformation that you're going to be going through, Sag. Okay? But a lot of it is because you're stunning your own growth. There's a lot of fear that's surrounding your transformation and growth right now, and a lot of it has to do with you. Nine of Pentacles is coming out as the first card, okay? You might be spending a lot of time in nature, okay, in sun, okay? You might live somewhere where it's very sunny right now compared to where I live. And there's a bird here in the picture, okay? I believe it's a hawk. A hawk might be your spirit animal. Okay, one of them. I see that it's one of them. And you might also live near a grape, like a winery. I'm only saying like a winery because we got grapes that's hanging by this tree, but you might live somewhere where it's like a vineyard, okay? Or maybe you're eating grapes. Somebody here does eat grapes, but either or, doesn't matter. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you do have a messenger that's coming in possibly soon from a hawk. It's a message because I feel like it's because you're stunning your own personal growth here. You're supposed to be going through a serious transformation and you might be feeling stuck, but the only person here that's in a way is you, Sag. Nine of Pentacles, you could be spending a lot of time at home, okay? Because with Beneath the Surface, you're supposed to be by yourself and like looking within more when it comes to your decisions and where you're supposed to be in life. Okay, so everything that you're seeing face value, everything that you're seeing in front of you, you got to start looking at it in a different point of view than what you're looking at it right now. And you are going to be doing that because with the Nine of Pentacles here, you're spending a lot of time at home and you are you are doing some deep soul searching when it comes to the past, trauma, like especially trauma when from your childhood, like things that really like made you like think and look at life a little bit differently than what it is now. You're taking a deeper look at it because you know everything stems from your childhood and your trauma needs to be worked on when it comes to like connecting more with your intuition and going through a transformation here. You're possibly doing a lot of remodeling at home, 444 on the timer. Somebody here just either bought some new like decor. It might be Christmas. It might be Christmas stuff that you're hanging up, or you're moving stuff around the house because you might have family that's coming over a lot this month. Okay? Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is coming out as your second card because you're going to start, listen, something's going to click in your head one day while you're sitting at home. And you're going to be like, this is what I want to do with my life. This is my passion, my drive that I want to do. It's something that it's a goal that you have. It's a passion that you have. And I feel like you've been studying your own growth there, Sag, where you just don't know where to start. And one day it's going to click in your mind that this is where you need to start. And when you're going to go, you're going to want to do it right away, because with the Knight of Swords, that's very fast action. So something is going to click in your mind and you're going to want to go through with it immediately. But Spirit wants you to slow down, because with the Page of Wands here and also with the Eight of Wands, you're going to do stuff very fast where you're not going to have time to, like, it's going to be your thoughts are not going to match up with the actions, because with your actions is going to be too fast. With your mind, though, logically, it's going to make sense, but you have to slow down, because if you do something too fast, it might be too hasty and it might come out a mess where something might not align. So just be careful with that, okay? You might be spending a lot of time outside in your backyard. Somebody here has a nice backyard. I'm only saying that because you have two full moons here, but I'm assuming here with the 2 full moons. I think we already just had our last full moon, but I'm getting here next year, in the beginning of next year. Something is going to shift the beginning of next year around the full moon. Something that you've been manifesting or wishing or hoping upon. And it's consistent. It's not something that you've just now coming in your mind where you're going to be thinking about it. And this is something that you've been pondering and wanting for a while. The next full moon, new moon into the full moon, next one. Something is going to shift and happen where things are going to start aligning and making sense. Okay? And you might possibly have a manifestation that's going to come in. I'm getting that with my intuition, that a manifestation that you've been wanting is going to creep in the next new moon into the full moon, because you've been steady with some type of manifestation. 2 of Swords in the reverse coming out because Sag. 2 of Swords in the reverse is coming out because you may have your intuition, I feel like, was blocked when it came to things that was going on in your energy. It could have been because people were trying to manipulate you and make you feel blocked. But I feel like this is a manipulation towards yourself, Sag, where you were not using your intuition when it came to going a certain path in your life, doing certain things, connecting with certain people. Connecting with certain people, I feel like, is really a thing with the 2 of Swords, because we had the Lovers come out at the end. And I feel like you got to start using your intuition when it comes to partners, people that you connect with spiritually. It's spiritually, I'm getting here. Because you may have pushed a lot of people away in the past when it came to you not seeing things clearly. And Sag, whoever I'm connecting with here is very intuitive, very aligned and balanced. Okay, I'm surprised the Temperance card didn't come out in your spread. However, it's like there was a blocked intuition here where you ended up pushing people away because of being controlling. This was just in the deck. It got mixed in with the cards, but I'm glad it came in the cards when I was shuffling, because it doesn't belong here, but it's intertwining a lot with your read, because a lot of it is you having controlling behavior, narcissistic patterns, and you really need to drop that, Sag, because it's intertwining with your love life and people here that you really care about. Okay, with the Lovers here, you're going to, once you find love within yourself and looking beneath the surface and digging down into your intuition and the hidden emotions that you've been hiding, because a lot of it is hidden. And also with the Two of Swords and with the Lovers coming out, I feel like you had like you have very high expectations of partners, people that here that you connect with, even if it's family members or friends. You have a very high expectation of them, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, Sag. We should have expectations for others, especially if they want to be in our life and you know how important you are specifically. Because whoever you are, you're like a diamond, Sag. Okay? And people should want to be around you. But it seems like people have not want to be around you because you have a very controlling nature to you. You're a fire placement. That's understandable as well for you to have controlling behavior. But I feel like a lot of it is coming out with this controlling behavior because maybe you dealt with a parent that's very overly controlling. So you carried those narcissistic traits over to where you expect a lot when it comes to other people. So I feel like this expectation is not you, it's your parents or somebody that you hold dear to you. Okay? So when you're looking beneath the surface, you really need to look beneath it when it comes to like possibly your shadows. Shadow work is going to be something here that you need to work on when it comes to the controlling tactics. Okay? Because I feel like once you do some shadow work and you find out the root cause of the controlling nature, having control over everything, which you can't. We cannot have control over everything. If we could have control over everything on bits and pieces of our life, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, we can't have the control over everybody or even things that happen. Okay? So you have to look deep down beneath the surface so that way you can have a non-judgmental like viewpoint of others. Because I see a lot of it is also judgmental. Okay? When none of us is perfect. Sag. It's not a bad message, okay? I see here that you have some type of goal here that you really want to pursue. It's career path. It's for you to be a better person, spiritually as well. Go through with it, but just make sure that everything is aligning with your thoughts and your actions. Because if it's too hasty and too fast, you can really put yourself in a bind where it's not going to make sense for you at the end of the day. Okay, spending time at home, you know that already, so continue to do that. Enjoy the ride. As you're going through this transformation and this shift is needed. Sag, stop trying to control it and not go through with it because it's needed. Enjoy the ride while you're going through this transformation and understanding more parts of yourself. Okay? Understand it and enjoy the ride. You might be actually going to the circus. Somebody here might be going to like a carnival. I'm seeing here it might be like a Christmas one though. It might be with family, possibly. Or you might be going on a horse ride. Something like that, okay? That's cool. We're not taking all these. The altar. Right now, Sag, because you're going through this transformation and you're finding dark aspects of yourself that's hidden, okay? And noticing some things about yourself that may have blocked your intuition in the past and stuff that you're trying to, like your career and your goals, you're trying to make it happen. All in one, so far as going over your past issues that you had with people. The altar, you might be going to church a lot more than what you were before. Because I see here that you may have possibly skipped some Sundays or days where you were supposed to go. You're going to start going more, okay? You might be seeing a lot of feathers, okay? If you walk to church or maybe a church that's right around the corner from your house, I see here that you're going to see a feather. You might be seeing a lot of feathers, okay, at this time. Because you got some type of guide here or messenger that's coming in. It's a Hulk, and they're going to be reminding you through this transformation of what you need to be working on. The altar is significant because, yes, you're going to church, but also at home, you do have some type of altar at home, whether you realize it or not. It might have a lot of rosemary's on it, or it might just be something that's dusting in your room that's collecting. We all have an altar. Spirit wants you to provide an offering, okay? Dinner, breakfast, fruit, water, something like that, where you're giving back to your ancestors and your guides, because right now it's you should be doing some type of offering to say thanks. Okay, somebody here is connected. And you're going to find a lot of answers. Like if you have any questions for your ancestors or your guides or even the Most High, ask them. And then you'll start getting you will receive messages from some type of birds. Okay? Some bird here is going to be guiding you. I'm seeing. Okay? Light a candle for them. Drink some tea with them. You might be seeing 1111. Listen, this number has been coming out a lot. You might be seeing 1111 a lot more, okay, than you did before. Somebody here is book smart as well. You might be taking a lot of time to read books while you are somebody here. I don't know if you're taking a vacation or just relaxing a lot more than you did before, but you know that you have to take a deeper look than the regular surface here, Sag, where you're going to start taking a deep look at yourself. And you are book smart, whoever you are, and you're going to be reading a lot of books. It might be spirituality, it might be religious, it might be in regards to the Greek gods. Somebody here loves mythology, and you're connecting pieces together here. Okay? Let your light shine. Continue to let your light shine, Sag. A lot of people in the past may have dimmed your shine or wanted to blow it out. But I also see here as well, there are some Sages that did the same. Okay? It's a lot of hypocritical nonsense. And a lot of the shine needs to just be on me all the time. But in reality, everyone can shine. Okay? But just know that, I don't know, are you buying a lava lamp? Somebody here likes lava lamps, or maybe those Himalayan lamps, okay? You might buy, or maybe you have one in your home. You might be sitting next to it if you do buy one or have one. Somebody here, stop. All right. Butterflies can also be significant during this time. You might see, wherever you're living, it might be warm. You might be seeing a butterfly, okay? Sag, continue working on yourself, okay? This was not a bad message, okay? This is you just diving down into looking beneath the surface, because that's what you need to do right now in order to find some answers about yourself and others, okay? It's not a bad message. If it does resonate, please let me know in the comments or like and subscribe.